Yes, I've got the figures up on the screen now, Michael. Well, we all hope that the slide stops soon. What about the institutions? Oh, good. Good. No, there's no news on that development yet, but I'll get back to you as soon as I hear anything. Okay, fine.
Yes, good news is something which your shareholders need pretty desperately at the moment.
Any feedback from Malta?
No, nothing of substance. You know, when people tell me not to worry, that's when I start worrying.
Yes, well, fortunately, we do have other irons in the fire. Look, I'm sorry Charles isn't here at the moment. Sure, he won't be long.
That's quite all right. He probably caught up in some meeting. I'll call back later.
Well, actually, he's out sailing.
Sailing?
Sailing. 6-meter race.
Sailing. Nero merely fiddled. Right, that's enough.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go!
Jack, can you lean forward and get in a bit closer?
Yeah, sure. Well, remember, it's a shot to the boat we want, not Charlie Freer. Make you climb Everest next week, single-handed.
Not mattering, just steer the boat.
Just make sure the sails must his face.
Jack, shut up. I've just picked up Ken. How much longer you going to be with us? A couple more shots and it's all yours.
Don't forget, I want to be back to see the finish. Well, what do you think of Skewer?
She hangs like a dream. I think you've got a real winner here, Ken.
Yeah, that's my thoughts exactly. Hey, I didn't know you could sail.
I'm full of surprises.
Yeah, I'm beginning to appreciate that.
Take it forward a little, will you, Jack?
What it is?
Okay, Jimmy. Up onto the bow and we'll get some firm shots. Throttle back another pass, will you, Jack?
Right.
Looks like Charles is up with the leaders.
Yeah, I suppose losing gracefully isn't his scene, is it?
Giving credit where it's due is obviously not your scene.
Fight!
Bit closer, Jack!
Okay.
That's it!
Well, don't keep it to yourself. How's she do?
Just moved up into second place.
Ah, knew I built a winner.
Well, I think you've got some pretty good pictures there. You're looking pleased with yourself, Jack?
So I should be, Laura.
You know, someone once accused me of being behind the times. Now look at them. 3 new boats on the water, and all of them bearing the stamp of the mermaid yacht.
Abby, don't you think we ought to be chanting something? Why? Well, they always do, don't they? Well, okay, what? What do they usually say? Ah, I remember. What do we want? What do we want? What's the answer? Answer? Something snappy, like Save the Mermaid.
Excuse me, Mrs. Harvey.
Morning, girl. Hi.
Would you mind telling me what's going on?
What does it look like? We are trying to save the mermaid yacht. Your job.
Yeah, well, don't think I'm not grateful, but as far as I know, none of this was supposed to be public knowledge.
Don't worry. It will be after today.
You mean all this is going to be in the papers?
Certainly. So you can tell Jack we are right behind you.
Oh, they will be pleased.
You bet.
Well, thanks for letting me know, Penny. Yes, good news I like. Absolutely. Look forward to seeing you then. Bye. Well, that's the 5th customer who says she's going to drive down, especially from London, so as not to miss out on our collection.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
James, will you stop being so negative?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
There's no follow-up on that fashion article, yeah?
Huh? No, not yet. Not a mention.
Well then, looks like we've got a resounding success on our hands.
Yeah, that still leaves me with the problem of Ken and Laura, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Jack, you should have been back ages ago.
Okay, move along now. Come on, Charlie, take his wind. Come on. He's done it! Hey, well done, lads.
You dare, you sit back, put your feet up. Had quite enough exercise one day. Oh, right. It's just a twinge. That's as maybe. It's entirely my fault. I should have my head examined letting you march about like that. How many times have you had these twinges?
Are you going to bully me?
Yes, I am. You may be able to walk all over Leo, but not me. Come on, how many?
Once. It's just like a false contraction, you know.
What about checkups?
Yeah, last week. Everything was fine. Honestly, all this fuss, I can see where Leo gets it from.
And in conclusion, I'd just like to say thank you very much to all of you for carrying a very rusty skipper around the course. But the good news is that Alex Stringer is recovering well from his appendectomy, and he'll be back to captain the next race. So here is to a very successful season to everybody. God bless you all. If you want a caption for that, I'll give you one. Charles Fear and his team only believe in winning. Thanks very much. Enjoy yourselves.
Hughes, the 30-foot Fisher. New anchor winch, remember?
Of course I remember.
Well, it's the first I've heard of it.
I'll give over. I remember telling you distinctly to give it top priority.
You never did. You spent half your life thinking you've told me things, only it's always me that gets the stick.
Bill's right, you know, Jack. You need someone to organise you.
I am organised.
You're not. It's ridiculous trying to run a business like this without a proper personal secretary.
Yeah, well, you managed, don't you, Bill?
Only by the grace of God. Oh, how did battle cry do?
Bill, you're changing the subject. Anyway, Battle Cry 1.
Yeah, unbelievable. With Charlie Boy at the helm.
Oh, that reminds me. Mrs. Harvey was at the gate this morning with a group of protesters carrying placards. Save the Mermaid Yard.
Oh, no.
Were the press there?
Yeah.
Damn! So now it'll be public knowledge. It's high time we knock this one firmly on the head. I'll do a press statement.
Hey, just a minute. We haven't heard what Freya's going to say yet.
Jack, he wants to buy you out and take over the yard.
Yeah, well, at least let's look at his ideas first.
I don't believe I'm hearing this. You have just celebrated the 200th anniversary of the yard. Charles Frere is planning to wipe it off the map. And you want to sit down and talk to him about it?
Have you seen his proposals?
No, neither of you.
Exactly, that's all I'm saying. Let's look, discuss, and then decide.
I'm going for a beer.
I think I'll come with you.
fashion magazines are hardly my favourite form of reading. But for some unknown reason, my secretary has recently taken to dumping them on my desk in large quantities. From which I gather that the Malta venture was a highly success.
Yes, indeed it was, Sir John, and mainly thanks to you.
Oh, no. We should never make the mistake of equating money with talent. So, what next?
Well, first of all, we're planning a big fashion show on Guernsey to time with the race week.
Good. Followed by a period of major expansion, I trust.
Oh, well, the way the orders are flooding in, there doesn't seem to be much option. Do you take milk?
Oh, yes, please. You're still ridiculously cautious about borrowing money, aren't you? Well, you needn't worry. I'm not going to force it on you. But I have spoken with the bank now, and it's there if you want it.
Well, actually, there was something
Do
else.
you mind if I...
Yeah, of course not. Go ahead.
Some time ago, I borrowed a large sum of money. Now, this debt was secured by my shares in this company, and that could prove quite an embarrassment to Jan. I want to pay off that debt.
Is this money owed to a bank?
No, it's not.
No, it's owed to Ken Masters.
Ubiquitous Ken strikes again. You know, this could prove dangerous.
Yes, I know.
How much are you looking for?
200,000.
Any security?
None to speak of.
Dear. You have got yourself in a hole, haven't you? Yeah.
Charlesbury Cup?
Hamble to Guernsey is a handicap race. I'm entering Barracuda. So why don't you enter Blue Ribbon? Whichever wins, it'll be good publicity for both of us.
Oh, you sound confident.
Oh, I am.
The nests are crewing for you.
Maybe.
That means you haven't asked her yet.
Well, I'm going to. So why don't you ask Bill to crew for you?
Tempting thought. 2 days out of the office.
Why, is he getting on top of you?
Yes. Yes, a bit.
Anything I can do to help?
No, not really. Oh, heard from Tom?
He's nearly finished making it seaworthy, and he'll be leaving Paris in a couple of days' time.
But he's not going to bring her back under par the whole way, is
No, just as far as jib, then he'll pick up a tug. I can't wait to restore that beauty.
he? Good.
Come on, mate. Cheer up, love. I know what's bothering you. It's that Malta deal, isn't it?
Yes. For some unknown reason, it's still being held up.
Don't worry. You'll get it.
Bloody marvellous. It's worth all that effort. Hi there, boss. Just taking her over the measured mile.
As good as you hoped?
Better.
Well, what have you done to her?
A few modifications, bit of fine-tuning, but I reckon she'll go even faster.
What about increasing the propeller pitch?
Come on, Avril. If I increase the pitch any more, she'll be flying.
Just a thought.
Of course, she'll be out of the water a lot more. And less stable, but it might just give her that edge. Yeah. You know, what we need is a race that'll really catch the public eye. Something different. Decent opposition.
Don't start that again.
Yeah, I see. Well, will you please tell him that we rang and it's vitally urgent that we speak? Yes, thank you. Here's where Eckhart San is pretending to be today. Rome. Expected back at the end of the week.
Obviously, I shall have to fly out to Malta.
No, there's not much point if he refuses to see you.
I think you're going to find that the ripples from this trial are going to go on for some time, Charles.
Oh, for God's sake, we were acquitted.
Yes, I know, but even so.
No. No, it isn't just that. My instinct tells me someone else has stepped into the arena.
Yes, it does have all the hallmarks of your father, doesn't it? How are the shares holding up today?
Well, as a matter of fact, there's been a bit of a rally. I think the city must have heard about Charles winning the 6-metre race this morning.
I made damn sure they heard.
Yes, and the city does love a winner. Well, then, if you can pull off this marina project for the Mermaid Yard, your stock should really rise. Question is, will they sell?
The price I'm prepared to pay? Can't see why not.
Good. I think I can guarantee that the bank will be behind you all the way on this one.
That's marvellous, John. Thank you. Now, the other thing I need to talk to you about is Wilson.
Oh, no. You may want to, Charles, but I don't intend to.
Well, I was hoping for your advice on this.
And so does Admiral Rolfe, who, as you very well know, I also advise. No, sorry, not on. Conflict of interest. So, keep in touch, won't you, Charles? Glad you won your race. Goodbye, Gerald.
Goodbye, John. I wonder if my old man is trying to block the Malta project.
Yes, I'm sure. Take care, Uncle Alan. I look forward to seeing you then. Bye. Laura, I didn't see you come in.
Do you have a bet on the horses, Vicky?
No.
Very wise. One can so easily back a loser. Dinner tonight.
I think it's about time you and I had a little chat. Come on, Jack. Wake up.
I'm not asleep. I'm deep in thought.
Good heavens, at this hour of the day?
If you're not careful, I'll go back to the office.
So who's stopping you? Do you want to tell me what all this cerebral exercise of yours was about?
Well, I was wondering how you'd feel about us spending the night together.
Things like that while I'm pouring the tea?
What?
Not exactly one of the world's great romantics, are you, Jack?
No, it will be on the boat.
Oh, the location makes a difference, does it?
Vanessa, you were on the wrong tack. I meant sailing it.
What?
The Charlie Freer Cup, Hamilton to Guernsey. Only would mean sailing through the night.
Oh.
And I just thought about you and Klaus. If you'd rather not, I'd understand.
It's thoughtful of you, Jack. I don't know. No, it's a ghost that has to be exorcised one day. Yes, I'd love to come.
Good. We'll take Barracuda. It'll be great fun. You are sure?
Yes. Well, I've agreed, haven't I?
Yes, ask her to come in, would you please, Fiona? Thank you. Be careful, Charles. That lady is a lot of trouble. Do you know, I do believe you're still smarting from the fact that she stood you up. Rubbish. Just as far as she's concerned, I tend to agree with Rudyard Kipling. Ah, hello, Laura. Good to see you again. Looking as beautiful as ever.
Why, thank you, Gerald. As gallant as ever. And of course, Charles, looking as handsome as ever.
How can we help you, Laura?
I'm sure I can think of a number of ways. But no, as it happens, I come bearing gifts. Photos of your splendid victory this morning.
Oh.
It really was a most thrilling race. But I dare say Charles has already given you a blow-by-blow account of it.
No, as a matter of fact, we had rather more important matters to discuss. Marvellous. Oh. Thank you very much.
Good. So, is all well with you?
Oh, yes, fine. Why?
Well, it's just I couldn't help noticing how dramatically your shares had slumped.
Purely temporary, I assure you.
It's probably something to do with that ridiculous court case.
I'm sure you're right.
Speaking of which, I do hope you don't associate me with Ken's rather vindictive actions.
Well, let's just say that Ken Masters isn't exactly our favourite person at the moment. But that needn't include you, Laura.
I'm relieved. Yes, I'm very glad to hear you say that, Charles, because I have a feeling that you and I could be of great use to one another.
Well, now, perhaps that's something we should investigate. Would you happen to be free for dinner tonight?
For you, Charles, I'd make a point of being free.
Right, I'll pick you up at 8 then.
Now, shoot, double check with the models, will you, on that?
Jack,
Also,
hold on,
the
we've
story-
got everything.
Look, I want to just go through this lighting plan with you. I
Jan.
don't understand it.
Just relax.
So, that's it. is it?
Yes, that's it. That is quite a day.
No news from Sir John yet?
No, not yet, no.
Oh, that's absolutely wonderful. Best news I've had in a long time. What time do you say be here?
No, at 11 o'clock, if that's all right with you.
Well, we'll make sure it's all right.
It just so happens he has another appointment in the area tomorrow, so he was coming down anyway.
Great. We'll give Sir Alan Rockwell a grand tour. Oh, and Vicky, I think it's better if Laura doesn't get to hear of this.
She won't. I checked in her appointment book before I arranged the time. She's at Wild Mouldings.
Ah, clever girl. You're learning fast. How about dinner this evening?
Oh, I'm afraid I can't.
Boyfriend?
Yes. You seem very pleased with yourself.
Yeah, well, so would you be if you'd been out there today. I mean, I knew that in theory the modifications I made should work. There's still only one sure way to prove you the best.
You're not going to race again?
Well, I'm not planning to enter the World Championship, so calm down. It's not good for you to get excited.
You know, it really frightens me. I hate it when you're racing.
Well, it's just a vague idea at the moment.
I hate even thinking about it.
Do you know what I'm thinking of at the moment? Food. You hungry?
Starving. You know what I feel like?
Mm-hmm. Caviar followed by Chateaubriand.
No, fish and chips and pickles.
You're supposed to be over all these
No,
fads.
at all. Give me 5 minutes. Can you get that?
Hello. Oren.
I don't want to speak to him.
Yeah, Abby's here. But she doesn't want to speak to you. No, Oren, her words, not mine. I don't know, I'll ask. Have you received a letter from his solicitor yet?
No.
No. Okay, I'll tell her. Yes, that as well.
What letter says?
It's about the divorce. His solicitor's coming over. Wants to reach an amicable settlement. Oh, and Oren says you're not to worry.
Suddenly I'm not hungry. You're going to like Guernsey, James.
Mm-hmm.
I did, last time I was over. Not that I had much time to look around. Still, it was fun. All those people milling about. Quite like a race course, really.
Now listen, talking of which...
Lingfield, 3:30. Tomorrow afternoon, Trumper. Look sharp and you could get 8 to 1.
Now, Trumper, you sure?
Well, he came in second last time, against much better company. And he doesn't like soft going. What time is the Admiral picking you up? He isn't. He went abroad after the party. I'm dining out with Avril Roth, and I'm going to pick her up in my car. She likes living dangerously.
She must do.
I shall ignore that remark. Well, as we go. Are you two eating in or out?
Out.
In. Ah, that should prove interesting. Don't wait up. We won't.
Come in. Yeah. You know, I even like your mother. Yeah, I have this feeling that you could end up like her. I think I'd probably live with that.
What is this? Are we making plans for the future?
Yes, my dear, but only if it's with you. Otherwise, I really don't want to know. Jan, you know, when I met you, I was about as low as you can get.
Well, it didn't show.
Yeah, I just got used to putting on an act, that's all. The thing that's really important to me is that I don't want to let you down.
You won't. Thank you. Oh, I'm feeling so much more relaxed. If I hadn't had your call, I'd still be in that office right now. I thought as much. You're working too hard, my girl. It's my choice. You know, I sometimes wonder if I did the right thing taking over Relton. Of course you did. Why the sudden doubt? I don't know. I don't think I'm cut out for devious politics. Also, Kate, I seem to have changed so much. I'm much harder, less trusting. What rubbish. I'm just tired, that's all. No, if anyone's changed, it's your father.
I thought Vanessa was making him toe the line these days.
Oh, yes, she's keeping him busy enough beavering away, but... well, Jack simply cannot resist upsetting everyone, can he?
Oh, dear. What's he done now?
You know, of course, that Charles Freer is floating this idea of turning the Mermaid Yard into a marina, don't you?
Oh, yes. But that's a waste of time, isn't it? I mean, it'd be different if Dad was thinking of selling, but he's not, is he?
He is talking about it.
What? Sell the Mermaid Yard? Oh, no, he wouldn't do that. Would he?
Incredible, aren't they?
All right, Jack, I'll buy it. Who's incredible?
People. I mean, there's Tom, telling me I live in the Dark Ages, and wanting me to build plastic boats. There's you wanting to set up a PR campaign and flood the office with secretaries.
One little secretary.
Bill complaining about out-of-date equipment.
Which some of it is.
And the moment I say, OK, here's a bright, brand-new proposal for the yard, let's just consider it, everyone goes gaga. It's a boat yard, not a national monument. A bit of earth with some sheds on it, that's all. Well, go on, say something.
I wish I understood what's going on inside that head of yours.
I've just told you.
Jack, that bit of earth, as you call it, a lifetime of blood, sweat, and toil has gone into it.
Yeah, it shackles me. Too many memories.
Oh, I see. You never really know anyone completely, do you?
Each and every one of us living with ghosts of the past. Jack, you can't sell the yard. It's unthinkable.
I'll just see if there are any messages.
Hello, Charles. It's Gerald here. I'm at that...
You weren't expecting a call from Malta, were you, Charles?
Why Malta?
Eckhart's son. Such an elusive man.
You seem remarkably well informed.
I believe it pays to keep ahead of the competition.
You and Ken?
Yes.
Well, I'm damned. And I thought I was up against my father.
Oh, but you are.
What do you mean?
He's joined forces with Hudson. They're both financing Ken.
Full marks, Laura. Full marks. Well, you must have really enjoyed yourself this evening.
Oh, but it's not over yet, Charles.
Well, you certainly chose the right words to describe her, Ken. And what were they, Sir Alan? Smooth and powerful. Spot on. First-class finish, too. Can't deny it, I'm impressed.
So you should be, Uncle Alan.
You just concentrate on the driving, young lady. And we better start looking at the car.
Yes, you got an appointment, haven't you?
Vicky, better start heading back home.
Right you are, right, Room.
Put up with that cheek all the time. Her mother was exactly the same. Damn fine sailor, though. Rain or shine, we'll be out there sailing. All show drafts out the door.
Hey, that's an area we're thinking of expanding into.
Ah, your little sailor trailer, you mean?
Well, what with mooring costs, it's a great market, yeah.
I like a man who looks to the future. This Malta project of yours, you've arranged most of the finance you need already, I suppose.
All of it, yeah.
Really? Oh, pity. Area of high growth, type of investment that would have appealed. Particularly with somebody like yourself up front.
Nice of you to say so, Sir Alan. Actually, well, my funding is fairly fluid. Although I'm guaranteed, I'm not committed to the amount. Well, not as yet, anyway.
So there might be room for me.
Well, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, do you?
Only if you're very fond of omelets. There, Victoria, let me take a drink of the wheel.
Certainly. Well,
It's in the bag.
Ted, you mind if I open it up a bit?
No. Be my guest.
Oh, Gerald, how are we doing?
Still holding. No change on yesterday's prices.
Good.
How the hell have you been? I arrived here 2 hours ago.
Been out riding. Wanted to clear away a few cobwebs.
After a late night with Laura?
Oh, dear. Do I detect a note of jealousy?
No. Merely observation. I found these here when I arrived this morning.
Yes, it was a very instructive evening.
I can well imagine.
Our Laura is an exceedingly ambitious lady. Very hungry for power.
Yes, well, so is Lucrezia Borgia. I wouldn't dine out too often.
Now, you listen to me, Gerald. You may know one hell of a lot about corporate investment, but quite frankly, you know absolutely damn all about women.
And you do, I suppose.
Since Polly left you, you become very vulnerable. So you fall for the first woman who comes along, and what happens? She pumps you for every bit of information she can get, and then drops you like a hot brick.
I really don't think that this is necessary.
Well, I do. For your information, she tried to play exactly the same game with me last night. Oh, it was tempting for a moment, but I promise you it wasn't on. Not with that lady.
I see. Lecture over.
Mm-hmm. Let's get down to business, shall we? Now then, given the choice between the Malta development and reacquiring Relton, which would you go for?
Well, control of Relton would have the more immediate effect. At the moment, we just don't have enough votes to carry the day.
Well, would 4% swing the balance?
Be a pretty close run thing, but who's going to sell us 4%?
Ken Masters?
Yeah, I can see that happening.
On the understanding that we back off from Malta.
You mean he's the one?
Yes. And being financed not only by my father, but also by Hudson.
Okay, so John Stevens' guess was right.
Yes, indeed. You know, I think we could come out of this rather well. Knowing my old man, the moment he finds out I'm no longer interested in Malta, he'll pull the rug out from under Ken like a shot.
So, as I was saying, Kent, if you let me have the details, my lawyers can get to work straight away.
I'll be with you by tomorrow, Sir Alan.
Excellent. If this project holds out the opportunities you suggest, I see no reason why we shouldn't do business.
Well, you won't regret it, I promise you.
Good, good. Now, Victoria mentioned something about you offering her a directorship.
Yes. Yes, she's a valuable member of the team.
Well, obviously, you would expect her to acquire shares in the company.
Yes, but as yet we haven't discussed the exact amount.
Oh, of course. But in the meantime, perhaps she might take up, say, a nominal holding?
Yes, I don't think 2% would pose too much of a problem.
I was thinking more in terms of 10.
10?
If I'm to invest heavily, as I'm perfectly prepared to, I would like to think that my niece does have a worthwhile voice on the board. Why don't we compromise? Let's say 7.5.
I'd be happier if we could agree 5.
6.25?
Yes, all right.
Great believer in compromise.
Thank you very much, Uncle Alan.
Don't thank me. You're going to pay for them out of the money your mother left you. A pleasure doing business with you, Ken.
Who's a lucky girl, then?
I won't be coming here again, Eileen. Time to say goodbye. I'm sorry.
Well, I think it's cause for a celebration lunch, don't you?
Oh, this is getting to be a habit.
What are you doing here? Leave us, Vicky, will you?
Right,
I said leave us. What the hell do you think you're doing coming here?
I thought it was about time we had a little talk.
Oh, did you? From what I hear, you've been doing too much talking.
I simply put Jan in the picture, that's all.
You and I had an arrangement. You broke it. Now, I don't take kindly to that.
Tough.
I can destroy you any time I choose.
And how do you propose to do that?
Cocky, aren't we? By calling you my loan, right here and now.
You know I haven't got it.
Then you're out on your ear. Yes, that's wiped the smile off your face, hasn't it, James?
You know, it's funny. I can't remember what I did with it. How could you possibly lose a cheque for £200,000? And the least you could do is say thank you.
Get out.
Pending the return of the receipt of my shares, I would like a receipt. It's, not that I don't trust you, Ken.
You're going to regret this.
Hmm? I'll see myself out.
Jeremy, Ken. Oh, I'm fine. I've got a little job for you.
Alan, how lovely to see you again.
The pleasure is mine, Miss White.
Oh, hello, Kate. What can I do for you?
How dare you sit there reading that book?
I wrote it. What are you on about?
Duplicity, that's what.
Huh?
200 years of history. I'll tell you something, Jack. I'm going to do my damnedest to see that it doesn't happen.
Kate, why don't you mind your own business?
It is my own business. I was brought up in Tarrant, and I'm not going to stand by and watch you turn it into a concrete jungle.
Now listen to me, Kate Harvey. This is my yard, and I can do what the hell I like with it.
If you're not careful, I shall have a preservation order slapped on you.
Fine by me. Only make sure it preserves me from people like you.
Oh!
I simply handed him over the check. Man,
You should have seen his face. His secretary was in the next office. She must have heard everything.
Oh, I wish I was there.
We have done it. We have beaten him. What's next?
Well, what about Guernsey?
Right. My bags are packed. Weymouth this afternoon, Hydrofoil first thing in the morning. I will be back tomorrow night. I wish you were coming.
When did this arrive?
Second post.
What do you make of it, Gerald?
Well, on the face of it, it's a very conciliatory letter. It could be taken that they wish to reach a compromise as painlessly as possible. On the other hand, it may be meant to lull Abby into a false sense of security.
Knowing the Hudsons, I say the latter.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
So what, should I reply and tell the lawyer to come over?
No. No, I think you should let Gerald handle this. Tell me, how would you feel about an out-of-court settlement?
Fine, as long as I get William. That's all I care about.
Yes, of course. But if it does come to court, I've got a very good man lined up.
Well, what about a woman?
That's a much better idea, yes.
Yes, but for this initial meeting, we play it very low-key. And we find out what they have to say first.
Yes, I've got to keep my temper, I know that.
In the evening editions? Well, that's absolutely wonderful. I'll say one thing for you, Jeremy. You certainly do move fast. A week in Cannes? Yeah, it's all right then. Send me the bill. Yeah, and enjoy yourself. Well done. Well. Traveller returns. Where have you been? I've missed you.
Yes, I'm sure you have. Anything of importance happened in my absence?
Well, it's all been deadly dull. Not a word from Malta.
Oh, well, that's probably because they can't decide whether to back Charles Frere or us. That's the trouble with the two-horse race. It's so much easier when there's only one. You know, I found Charles Frere the most charming man. So open to reason.
What the hell have you been up to?
Malta is ours. I persuaded Charles to back off.
Rubbish, he never agreed to that.
Well, he has.
There must be a catch.
No, but there is a price.
Yes, I bet my head.
I never thought of that. No, your Relton shares.
What?
Well, he needs to feel successful, and right now, the easiest way to do that is to regain control of Relton. Your shares could tip the balance.
And he withdraws his bid.
Scales are tipped our way.
Well, you are a clever girl, Laura.
Oh, yes, I am, Ken. I am.
Oh, yes, I think that's a very wise and sensible decision you've made. No, not at all. Thank you for the call. Goodbye. Well, I'm down.
Yes, I expect we both will be. Good news or bad?
I'm not sure. That was Jack Rolfe. Wants to examine our plans and proposals for the Mermaid Marina.
Was he sober?
As a judge.
There we are, Mr. Brooke. Room 25. I hope you have a pleasant stay.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh, and the evening paper with the compliments of the management.
Thank you. This way, sir.
I'm in here, darling. I'm glad you're home early. I'm mixing martinis. Do you like one?
I see. Yes, I'd love one.
Thought you would. Take that one.
Thanks.
Wow. Had a hard day?
Not really. Just mentally exhausting. I feel absolutely drained. Ah, there was one good piece of news, though.
What's that?
Sir John has finally come up with a loan. James is free of Ken Masters at last.
Well, I'll drink to that. Afraid I haven't done any cooking. Will James be dining with us?
Darling, he's on his way to Guernsey, remember?
Oh, yes, of course. Silly me.
Oh, you've seen the newspapers, have you? Oh, don't you worry. There's more to follow.
Listen, I don't give a damn what you do to me. This will ruin Jan.
Well, that'll teach you to mix with dubious characters, won't it? If Jan goes down, you've only got yourself to blame. Now get off my phone.
Yes, yeah.
Good evening.
You weren't at work?
Why, what's so urgent?
Well, you obviously haven't seen this.
Oh, my God. question, Mrs. James. What's the number of his hotel? Do you know the code for Weymouth?
Yep.
Yeah, notice. Poor boy.
Royal Norfolk Hotel? One moment and I'll put you through. I'm sorry, I'm getting no answer.
Yes, I know you're very busy. All I'm asking is that someone goes up to his room to find out whether he's in or out. I'm sorry, but unless I get an answer, I shall go on ringing and ringing.
Are you prepared to hold on?
Yes, of course. Yes, hello? Jan, the hotel says that James is there, but they've been ringing and they can't get him to answer. They're afraid that he might have been taken ill. Jan? Jan?